You ready? Okay. Good evening and welcome to the Eureka Springs CAPC regular meeting for May 22nd, 2024 at 6 p.m. Can we do roll call, please?
David Avanzino.
Present.
Chris Jones here. Chris Clifton.
Here.
Steve Holyfield.
Here.
And Bradley Tate Green.
Present.
And Colin Polk is absent this evening.
Colin Polk's absent, and Brian Weinerman has resigned for personal reasons, so seat 4 is open. I believe it renews in June or expires, so it'll be a brand new term. So actually the timing is good. So we encourage everyone who is a collector, whether restaurant or lodging, to please apply. And also Mike Maloney, our director, is absent this evening. He had a death in his family, is at a funeral. And so the meeting will probably be shorter than normal. We were going to discuss, he was going to talk about some VRBO stuff, but we'll do that next time. I don't remember what else there might have been, but that was the main thing. And we were going to do a workshop on the odd, and Larry was going to come over, but since Mike had that come up, they nixed those plans, so we nixed the workshop. All right, so let's move into approval of minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Which minutes?
What we're talking about
You know which
April.
minutes?
Some
Oh, I only have
April.
I only have one set.
Okay. What's the date?
The last meeting.
Yeah. Can we state let's be specific, I guess, the dates. Huh?
April 24th.
Yeah.
Minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
April 24th.
For the April 24th minutes.
That's a long segue. Or pause. So, anyone want a second?
A second.
Okay, got a motion to approve the April 24th, 2024 regular meeting minutes by David Avanzino, seconded by Steve Holyfield. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Financial.
Financials, and Scott, do you want to launch us?
Sure, I'd love to.
To that. So we don't have a tourism director report tonight, so, but we have a financial report.
Thank you. First of all, let me say that these financial statements that you received today were after we were able to go to the post office and pull the last batch of mail to post to this financial statement so that it's accurate, as depending on what comes in tomorrow in the mail. But the numbers were good for April. I don't know whether or not, did you send them this summary sheet? Okay. I try to provide you a kind of a summary sheet starting with A1 through A9 to kind of give you an explanation of what's in the packet. I'll start out with the summary on page A1. That is the kind of a snapshot of the income statement for April 30th, 2024. Our cash in the bank at April 30th, 2024 was $2,005,470.30. I'd also like to point out that we have 4 bank accounts, and those bank accounts, bank statements, are reviewed by a commissioner and compared to our QuickBooks reconciliation and are signed off each month. So it's kind of a verification audit process to validate these numbers, but these are accurate. Under section B, under our actual to budget for food and beverage, the actual number of April collections was $76,625. We had budgeted $83,680. That's a decrease of $7,055 or 8%. Now remember this, that we did increase our budget from 2023 to 2024, and that number is reflected in this budget figure. And it's, I don't remember the percent, was it 1 or 2, 3%? I don't remember right now, but I'm not too excited about the decrease because I feel like we're on target anyway for that number. Under lodging, we had actual collections of $78,005. A budget also was $83,680, a decrease of $5,675 or 6%.
So you have 12,000 we're down between the two of them. Do you feel like there's still that much out there in
I do,
collections?
I do, at least half that. Most of the larger, I'd say 80%, maybe 90% of the larger contributors of the sales tax remittance have submitted, but there's still enough out there to cover that 12.
Okay.
I feel like there is. Under January through April, year-to-date, our total collections are $499,552. Compare that to where we would be on budget. Our budget figure should be $530,584. That's down $31,032 or 5%. That's to make budget. But we're also picking up on sales and sales tax, so I feel like that number will go down to where we're probably going to be exceeding budget in the next 60 days. So I wouldn't panic too much on it being down right now, it's just 5%. Under historical comparison, comparing April 2024 to April 2023 on food and beverage, the April 2024 was $76,625 compared to April 2023, which was $93,084. That's a decrease of $16,459 or 12%. Now, under lodging for April 2024, the sales tax collections were $78,005. The same time period in April 2023, the collection was $70,859. So that is an increase of $7,146 or 11%. Down at the bottom, year-to-date comparison for January through April, we had April through 2024, $499,552. And this time last year, we had $569,431, and that's down $69,879 or 12%.
So I got a question. If we increased our budget, why is the actual more than the budget? Last year's actual is more than this year's budget, to that point.
Are you looking at year-to-date collections?
Yeah.
I'm comparing actual tax receipts. It's not a budget figure.
Well, but the 530, 584, isn't that January through April budget?
That would be where we were January. Well, yeah, you're right. You're correct.
Okay. So then down at the next section, then it's actual, 2023 was 569. So it's like, I thought we budgeted more. I'm trying to figure out how that's 39,000 less.
That April, that 569, 431 is the actual collections January through April of 2023.
Right.
And then so comparing that to what we've collected through January of 2024, that's a decrease of 69,879.
Yeah. But I'm still trying to understand. I thought we budgeted more. So why is the budget less?
I don't understand when you say that budget.
So January through April is 530, right? Budget.
Okay.
January, April, historical 2023 is 569. It's more. This should be the revert. You would think, unless we.
I understand what you're saying, but these are the numbers. I mean,
Okay.
it's.
So the increases are later in the year? Okay.
Yep. Under Schedule A2 is our balance sheet. That'll show you the balance in the 4 accounts and the total amount there listed of $2,005,479.70 agrees with the prior statement. I have it's called a GL activity explanation of expenditures. This addresses Schedule A3 and shows you what we collected, where we spent our money, who we spent our money with. It's an explanation for Schedule A3. To me, this is the guts of the whole program right here is the GL activity explanation sheet. If you had any questions, this should answer your questions. I'll point out one fact. On account 5067, marketing support, we, one of our requestors returned monies we had written to them because they canceled their program. So if you look under that explanation sheet, you'll see $1,914.70 in parentheses. That's the money coming back into that marketing support fund. So that was the only thing unusual. Right now, under marketing support, you have $19,000 in marketing fund support granted that I have not fully reimbursed them, waiting on the requester to submit expenses. Everyone else throughout the year has closed out. I'll keep a spreadsheet on that. If you look at Schedule A8 and A9, this is the breakdown of an income statement under A8 for the auditorium. I put a little scribble note atop April so you can see the numbers there for the income and expenditures for the auditorium. We had $7,238.29 as income to the auditorium, and we had total expenses of operations of $10,970, and that's a $3,732 loss. In addition to just the building maintenance and licensing and utilities, we overall lost $5,437. And then on Schedule A9, if you take the income statement on A3 and pull out all auditorium-related expenditures that were listed on A8, under A9 is your income statement for the CAPC minus the auditorium. If you note at the bottom, we had a $35,683.98 income over expenses for the month of April. So that amount actually goes into what we would call the general fund reserve. So, and the last is a delinquency report list. This is as of today.
Real quick, so that 35.6, that's not including the odd?
Correct, does not include the odd.
So the odd's -5, so it's 30, overall 30 was a positive.
At the top left of
Left
the,
over after
under
expenses.
Schedule A9, if you look at the top left, it says excluding auditorium. That's
Right.
how I keep it straight.
Yep, I'm just double checking.
And like I said, the delinquency report is in front of you there. A lot of these vendors, I think Mike is working with them, and so is the attorney on legalities of some of the issues here.
So Scott, a lot of these are like 4 months in arrears from what I see. Isn't it in the state law that it has to be remitted monthly?
I'm sure it is, but I'd have to check on that.
Were some of these closed down January, February?
Some of them are in the, yes, some of them do
You
close.
know what I mean, for the winter? Some people close for the
Yeah,
winter.
but they still have to report.
Well, you're not late for April yet. Are you late for March now, I guess?
It would be through March.
Yeah.
I stuck April on there, I guess by accident, but I was updating my worksheet.
You're just anticipating.
Yes.
And so 8 and 9 we're filing liens against?
That's in the process, I was told.
8 and 10,
8 and
right?
10.
I'm sorry, yes, 8 and
Yeah.
10.
Yes.
Sounds like quite the mess.
Yeah. So, and like under number 5, 7, and 13,
Hold on. Okay.
it says files every 6 months. I'm almost certain it has to be a monthly reporting.
As long as I've been here, I've done everything I can to get them to do it on a monthly basis.
Well, number 13, I mean, I could almost understand the other two because they may be one of those that it's like a $10 or $20 thing, if that.
The same owner
But
owns
thir-
those three businesses.
Oh, well, number 13 has to have I mean, maybe they closed in January, February, but they have pretty decent volume of sales. So they're, yeah,
I can send them
strongly worded letter.
I've
Yes.
done that, but I'll send one with some force on it this time.
Some,
I'll sure do it. Other than that, I think our financial report for April was healthy, and we need that moving into the summer months to carry us through. We've got a lot of activities going on, and I did talk, like I told David just before the meeting, I reached out to some of my contacts at other tourism bureaus here in the state about VRBO and Airbnb. So once I get input from them and also the companies, we'll have more to report back shortly.
So Danielle, you may have gotten some input, people coming to office. What's the word on the street, how we're feeling, like how May went? I think Bradley was saying he feels like he's down a little.
I don't know what David's got going on. I know our restaurant's down, I think 7-8% for April. Some other businesses are running in that area too, as far as restaurants.
What I can see in lodging, just in my little exposure, it seems like it's a little soft in May. Any comment?
We're not down from last year.
Yeah. Good.
So.
That's good. Are you hearing anything?
We've had a couple of calls just from different owners asking what the overall feel is because it has felt
Slower.
It has felt
We were talking
slower.
about all the rain this month. That's definitely slowed it down a little bit, I think.
We have analytics on it. We've asked them to do some analyzing and get us some stats. And they are on that and working on it.
Yeah. Because we're a month behind with April was flat probably, or a hair better, and March obviously was flat, hair better. But,
There are other entities, there are 2 other towns in our region that are also reporting lower than last year. And so it seems to be industry. When we've asked on the national level, the team has seen a trend. The
Sure.
consumers are just playing it safe, which is kind of commonplace for an election year. So,
Well, Paradise last year had said that they saw a trend, and we were up. Now, we focused on value messaging last year. Hopefully, we do that this year as well, to position ourselves against our competitors. So,
agreed.
any other questions on financials?
I move we approve the financials as presented by Scott Barden.
Second.
We have a motion to approve April's financials, April 2024's financials as presented by Scott Barden, by Steve Holyfield, seconded by Bradley Tate Green. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Public comments. I think we have a couple. I know 2 have signed up. So come on up. You got 3 minutes. And 2 of them are over. No,
Hi.
I'm kidding.
I'm
walked us
Beverly
through.
Blankenship, and if you don't remember me, y'all gave us $3,000 for carving in the Ozarks for advertising, and I just wanted to come back and say thank you. We were pretty much rained out one day. As far as visitors coming, they were in town, but they had to stay in their hotels and do other things that day. Our carvers all brought tents, so that was no problem. They kept on working. And so our numbers were a little bit down from what we had projected, but with all the rain, that was very understandable. And I just wanted you to know that Northwest NWA Daily picked us up as a on their event page and gave us a feature in that, and it was very nice, and it was very prominent. And then we had a lot of publicity in the local papers and in the Harrison paper as well. And I brought y'all some pictures from our local paper, and we had 6 large shirts left over, so I brought them to y'all if you
Oh.
would like to have a shirt.
That's nice.
And they're all large, so that's all that was left. And
I'll take one.
I hope that y'all got to come out and see it. We
I tried to, it was
have
too crowded.
just about maxed out at the location that we were in. And the Passion Play wants to work with us and maybe give us a place. Somebody in Bentonville has contacted us and would love for us to come over there.
No.
You know,
Nope.
that's not, where our heart is.
Downtown.
Yeah, that's not where our heart is. But I would like for y'all, if you have any ideas or if you can think out of the box differently than what we're seeing, if you know someplace that would be good for our event, if you could let us know about it. Also, we did spend $1,500 of your money, the CAPC money, to put an ad in the visitor guide. And that used to be one of the biggest places to put your money because that was where the most exposure came from. And we found that this year it didn't come out till mid-March, and our event was fourth weekend in April. So we're not sure if that was the best place. We spent the remaining money on social media advertising, and we did get a big response from there. And we had carvers from North Dakota and West Virginia and all over the country that came. And so we feel like that was good publicity for Eureka Springs, and we would just, like to continue that relationship. And we are open to, if you have better ways for us to spend, the money for the advertising, we'd be more than glad to hear about it, because that's all we're trying to do. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You ready for the next one?
Did you sign up?
I did.
Oh, shoot. I was hoping to void you on a technicality. I'm just
Hello,
kidding.
Commissioners. I am Damon Hankey. I am excited to be here tonight to address you about many things going on in Eureka Springs. Actually, what I wanted to come up with was yards and yards of yard sales. That was the very end of April. We have it coming up again in August. We haven't requested funds for yards and yards. We probably should throw a little money at that because Southern Living just picked us up on their 8 longest yard sales in the South. So we got a nice plug online there. They referenced our yards and yards. It's yardsyards.com is the website. We've already updated yardsyards.com for August. The way we run that is with a Google map that has specific pinpoints. So you can go from place to place. It gives you directions from location to location. Obviously, like anything in Eureka, as you progress, so we get some pushback from where's the paper map. But the reason there's no paper map is this thing goes from Holiday Island to Eureka Springs to Carroll to Berryville, kind of includes the entire county. We had 60 garage sales. 2 of those were in Berryville. I think 10 of those were in Holiday Island. We only see that increasing. This is a sponsorship or sponsored by the Rotary at this point. And we are moving forward with that. So, and a segue off of that is I'm actually bringing an app to market, and the app will be called Wayhopper. And Wayhopper can manage anything geo-navigational. It can manage a garage sale, get you from point A to point B. It will have a poker run aspect that actually gives you the poker cards in there. It will have a scavenger hunt aspect. We can hook spring tours to it. It'll also do pub crawls, anything that's geolocational with points. This will have a little event and be able to put it in there, and there's actually a fundraising element that'll be attached in the back. So I'm a little early on that, probably a month away from really having that completely launched, but I think there'll be some opportunities for sure for the garage sales, but maybe some other stuff that we can talk about in the future. I'll go over it with Mike when I actually have the production model, but I'm excited about it. So Wayhopper's on the way, and Yards is doing great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have more time.
Roll it to the next person.
Who wants 4 minutes? Is that it? We just had two? Okay. All right. Any agenda updates? Any last second?
Nope.
Okay. Funding requests.
Sandy.
Sandy Martin, you're on deck.
What?
Is this over here? No?
Trouble.
Danielle, so I don't see the funding requests.
They're
On your tablet.
on your,
I don't have a tablet.
In your email.
Is Arts and Council is the first one? What's yours, Sandy?
It's the Eureka Springs
Yes,
Augmented
Arts
Reality
Council.
Tour.
Okay. Just trying to figure out how it's titled here.
I've got that one. Oh, that's the only one I have.
No, you've been in existence 2010 years?
The
That's
Arts
amazing.
The Arts Council, not SART.
2010 years? That's a long time.
Yes, it is. We've been causing trouble for quite some
I
time.
mean, come on, wow.
Did you find it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we're good.
Briefly, what this is the Eureka Springs Augmented Reality Tour, an app that we developed 2 years ago during May Festival of the Arts with Edward Robinson. You've got the app, you've got the contract, or the renewal, which is pretty standard, and also the usage. It's become very popular, which is great. There are about 27 locations, and it's split between public art and the Springs. And if you've not used it, the way you use it, there's a 3-stone cairn, and you can either get a QR code or there's a chip on the cairn that you can tap your phone on the cairn and it'll come alive. What happens when you point it at the location is a video comes up and a story comes up. For instance, in the Springs are history or odd facts or fiction about the Springs, whatever it might be. Under the art, when you go to the public art displays, those are meet the artist, and they talk about their inspiration for the public art piece or their process or whatever. So, and we've had over 9,000 views this year, which is darn good. I mean, that's averaging about 800 per month, fluctuates, so it's really good. What we have done, and why you're getting the request this year and haven't in the past, is we have always done it, and last year we did the renewal as part of the May Festival of the Arts line item. This year, both Edward and I forgot about the renewal, and so all of the Mayfest monies were committed, which is why I'm coming to you for a request for this, for the renewal.
So, you guys maintain the app, right? I haven't used the app, so what, is there advertising on it? What
There's
is,
rack cards, we've done some promotion on it, we do digital blurbs every once in a while, but yeah.
well, I'm just wondering if there's like little pop-up commercials or something like that in the middle of their tour, those kind of things.
Involved in the app?
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay.
No, it's strictly the experience of what they're viewing at the Spring or the public art piece.
Are we still requiring requests or grants to have an image of the Eureka, funded by the Eureka Springs CAPC or something like that?
Yes.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
she submitted.
Yeah, and those are on the rack card and they're on the Cairn as well.
I emailed that to you this afternoon with the financials.
So why wasn't it in the,
I'm sorry.
so why didn't you
getting
have it in
hearing
the amount, so did we pay the same amount we paid last year?
I think last year we funded them for 35 and we funded this year for 40, is that right?
aids. No, 30.
I'd have to pull up my paperwork.
Yeah, that's the pertinent question. What did we fund last year? What did we fund this year?
I thought we increased it 5, but I don't
And that
remember
was,
everything.
we had paid the renewal last year, the 5,000 renewal, out of the Mayfest line.
Right.
But We screwed up this year, had the money committed.
So you're just asking for funding for the rack cards, correct? Not
No,
maintenance
for the
of them?
renewal of the application.
Can we do that?
It's promotion of the town. The whole thing is promotion of the town, right? The whole
It's a
tour.
tourism piece for sure. I mean, it's obviously
Yeah.
an interactive tourism piece. I mean, we can fund it.
I just didn't
It's
know if
just
there's
if y'all
anything
want to.
within the law that said, like, software and apps. That's what I'm questioning.
Oh, yeah, no, we can.
That was one thing I was going to ask, because I was reading funds cannot be used for website development or management for general organizational purposes, so I'm not
Well,
sure.
you're talking about funding requests, yeah. That's rule, it's not the law, that's our specific rules that we've stated.
But
Kind
if
of operating procedure.
we funded the Festival of the Arts on line item 5035, $30,000 for 2024. You agree with that? Okay, because I don't have the year-to-date in front of me.
So then we're probably short 5,000, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, would it make sense to do it as a invoice or something
No, you have an option a marketing request, or I can add 5,000 to that line item, because
That's what I'm
we
saying.
have some income over expenditures
that
going
probably
in.
makes more sense.
I think that's what I would do.
Request, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Because our rule,
Right.
because then the next, yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Make
Okay,
a
so,
motion to do that. I move that we add $5,000 to the line item on the budget for the Eureka Springs Arts Council.
Second.
got a motion by Steve Holyfield to add $5,000 to the Eureka Springs Art Council line item. Did I say 5,000? Yeah.
Yeah.
Seconded by David Avanzino. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What, this is like a cavern right here.
Next year, we're not going to do that, though. You're going to have to get it right first.
I'm sure Colton loves it down here, so it's all scary.
We're very, exact, so we need. Yeah. All right, next funding request.
Parks and Rec.
Who is this guy? He's like really tan.
It's a haircut, too.
Yeah. Has he been you're like a beach bum?
You don't like it? You don't like it, David?
I'm trying to get mine to grow.
I'm hoping I
You're envious,
can
huh?
grow it long enough, I can fly away,
Yeah.
They're kind of there.
take a vacation. I brought a map, but then I just realized I left it in the car, but I think you guys have all seen it before, correct?
Map
Yeah.
of,
The pocket
Yeah,
maps.
Pocket maps.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we just fund these?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's about to be summertime,
there's a but.
and
It's another month.
we
Go fast.
are building those new kiosks, and we're going to have like boxes to store those maps in. So I think once that happens, they're going to go crazy fast. I think people are just going to be taking them left and right at those kiosks. So we want to make sure you guys are almost out. Yeah, we only have 3 boxes left, which is 1,500. And, that'll get us a little ways. And as this usually works, I only come when we need them. So if we order some more now, might not need more for the rest
I mean,
of
I
the year.
know we're completely out of everything you gave us.
Okay.
My only question is, if you're going to put these in a rack card at a public site, are you going to be able to monitor, like just put 10 in at a time?
Oh, no, we're talking like 100 at least, and our gardeners will check.
Well, that's what I guess I'm concerned that people are just going to take all 100 of them.
I mean, there's always going to be that person. But,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll try to make sure people only take what they need. Obviously, we can't stop people from taking 30 or 40, but I mean, who wants to walk around with 40 maps though? I mean, like,
You would be surprised.
build a little canopy tent. Yeah.
Fire starter.
And we do have a couple edits that we want to make first to the maps before we send them to production, so it doesn't have to happen right away, but we're just, in the next month or so, we'll probably need them.
And you're asking for 5,000, right?
Yes.
That should get us about 12,000 maps-ish, so,
Oh, that's a lot.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any money left in that intergovernmental account? You remember we set it up to fund you?
Intergovernmental account, where you,
Yeah, we funded.
what kind of Jason Bourne stuff are you talking about here, man?
This
What
account. This is-
intergovernmental account?
It's account 7,000, it's the last account.
Oh, my gosh.
I think we funded,
We only deal in hundreds at parks. You guys are dealing in thousands, I understand.
Nichols.
I think there's 7,500 left in that account before we go
Oh.
over budget, I think.
I had no idea you guys had an intergovernmental account, but
Anyway, it's still some money in that account if it's there if you didn't want to use it.
okay. Yeah, I mean, if I don't need to do this via funding request, I'd rather have the money for someone else that, has an event that needs
I'm
promoting.
sure there's I'm positive there is,
Okay.
because I looked at it today, but
You want to go that
I mean-
route instead?
What's that?
You want to do that instead of this?
I would rather do it that way, for sure. I mean, just
Okay.
because that's, that's an event that someone either gets
So you-
promoted or
so
they
you're
don't
pretty
get
sure,
promoted.
Scott? Okay. All
So,
right.
you guys good with that? Cool. While I have the mic, can I invite you all tomorrow at 1 PM to Basin Park
For the
for
benches?
just a short
Looks great, by the
little
way.
ceremony thing?
Yeah.
So,
For
you
what?
guys were a big part of
Oh, for
making
the
all that
benches.
happen.
Yeah.
Well, just for everything, just for all
Okay.
the renovations, so,
1 o'clock tomorrow?
yeah. So,
It's not going to rain, is it?
I don't think so.
Are you etching our names in stone? Our likenesses?
Yeah, but I'm going to misspell all your names.
Not just our faces.
That's going to be
Lord.
really funny stuff, yeah.
Okay. Little Mount Rushmore
Yeah.
in the park. All right, cool. Do we need a motion on paying for this?
We don't need a motion for that money to be used, do we?
I don't think so. It's already there.
it's there.
Okay.
Okay.
I felt like there was something else I was going to mention too, but,
That's what we were talking about last week.
okay.
I was in Hot Springs and you called me, we were talking about funding.
Well, yeah, those for fireworks, right? And
And then we got to talking about
Other
account
stuff.
7,000,
oh.
which was
did
for
we?
the stoneworks in Basin Park.
It sounds so cryptic, I don't, yeah.
So I deal in numbers.
Well, I mean, the 7,000, I think that one all got, I think that one's,
Now, I'm basing it on what I've been presented to pay.
okay.
Now, if you
I
got
think we've
something else-
exhausted all of it. I mean, as far as, and that was supposed to be meant for Basin Park renovations. So I was under the impression that we were all done with those payments.
As far as I know, I don't, unless you tell me different.
Okay. I don't know enough
We'll
to
get
tell you
together.
different.
We'll get together and solve the problem. We'll solve the problem.
Okay, cool, sweet. I think that's it.
What?
I knew there was something else, but I can't remember what it was, but yeah, anyway.
You'll think of it later.
I'll think of it later.
Is that a morel on your shirt?
It's a footprint.
Oh, footprint. I can't
Yeah.
see
Oh, I
real
like
well.
that.
Yeah.
Morel would have been
It's where the
better.
dude kicked me right in
No,
the
I'm just
chest
kidding.
today.
That's cool.
really
I like
left a
that
mark.
shirt. Looks good.
All right, cool.
Please
All right,
and
thanks,
customers.
guys.
Thanks.
Jeep Jam?
Lacey?
Hello. I'm Lacey Moffett. I am coming to request $5,000 for the 4th annual Jeep Jam. Quite an event. It's grown very quickly, as y'all know. We're kind of pushing it to be like a citywide event because so many people have been sponsoring and wanting to get involved with this event. This event, 100% of the proceeds go to the veterans, Peterson Outdoor Ministries. It's an organization that helps injured and disabled vets. So when people register for the Jeep Jam, the money goes directly into their account at Peterson Outdoor Ministries. We also give $5 of the registration fee to the Passion Play because they allow us to have our event out there, don't charge us. Kent is awesome. He helps us get in and out all the Jeeps in a timely and organized fashion. Don't even laugh, because that is how it was this last year. We changed the parade route, and it went really well. We changed the route to where it doesn't go around 62, it goes down Magnetic, up Hillside, down through Spring Street. And we've made another change this year due to the people complaining they couldn't get to Holiday Island off 23. So we're going to stop at the stop, whenever the cops, we get enough cars that need to go to Holiday Island, we'll stop, let them go through. So we're expecting even less, confusion and angry residents to where they can get to go wherever they need to go. So $5 to Passion Play, and then we do give $5 to our local police department. That's just keeping $10 of our registration fees here local, and the rest go to the veterans. I think that's about it, unless y'all have any questions.
So when you say 1,000 total lodging room nights, do you think that's right?
That's low.
Yeah, I think so.
It is. I didn't want to overestimate.
be
Y'all
like-
go, really? I just did everything on the low end because I didn't want y'all to
That'd be
think I was
500
lying.
rooms,
Yeah.
because you're staying 2 nights.
Well, they're
right?
staying, we've done a survey, they're staying 3 nights,
Oh,
basically.
well, then it's way more than.
It is,
1,000.
and that question is a little misleading as well, because it says total lodging room nights anticipated. And it didn't say like per day or for the whole event, so I'm thinking, I just didn't want to overestimate. But we've started the event now on Thursday, and we started Thursday at like 1 o'clock in order for people to we want them to come in either Thursday or Wednesday. And we have a pre-registration meal on Thursday that everybody wants to come to because we give away raffle items and stuff. And then Friday we've changed. It's a whole huge event at Pine Mountain Village now. We've outgrown Rockin' Pig. We can't get any Jeeps enough in that parking lot, and it was really kind of dangerous them parking on the street and across the street and coming over. So we've moved over to Pine Mountain. That has parking for 600 Jeeps. It's not probably still going to be enough, but that's going to be, we can make that work in that whole parking lot. And it has an entertainment stage and a registration house. So it's going to be a lot more, it's going to be a whole activity on Friday. Plus we're having trail rides and scenic rides around the town. So we'll have people around the town and all at Pine Mountain. And then Saturday is Passion Play all day until about 2 when the parade goes off. And then we'll also have some events downtown later on. I think there's music in the park, isn't there? Yeah, some music in the park to bring them back downtown. And then we'll have bars having, like after Jeep Jam parties or whatever. And then on Sunday, we're going to do the poker run. So that's keeping them there. And that doesn't end till 1. And then we'll have our goodbye lunch at 2 o'clock. So we're trying to keep them to where they just go, okay, well, let's just stay another night and leave Monday. And this last year, I think I counted 47 people that I knew of stayed Sunday night. So we're trying to get it, just more nights. So that's our plan.
Hey.
Motion to approve 5,000 for Jeep Jam 24, correct?
Pardon me, 2024
Yes.
this year?
Yes.
Second.
And a motion by David Avanzino to approve $5,000 for Jeep Jam 2024, seconded by Bradley Tate Green. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
We have one more.
Yep.
Nightmare
Oh,
in the Ozarks Film Festival.
I
Okay.
thought there was 3.
Hi, I'm Colton Scrivener. I organize the annual Zombie Crawl, which is obviously a
okay.
very busy Saturday in October. The downside of that is it's mostly busy on Saturday. So I've been trying to think of ways that I could bring people into town earlier, give them more things to do, and sort of cement Eureka as the place to be in the region for Halloween. And so I've decided this year that I would like to organize a horror thriller film festival, in part because that's something that can run for 2 to 3 days with a lot of variety in it. Also, the auditorium, it's my understanding, has a new projector system upstairs that would be a great location for the film festival. And I've got pretty extensive connections in the horror film industry. So we launched this film festival 4.5 weeks ago. I checked before I came in today, and we've had 99 submissions from 12 countries. So I think we'll be able to bring a lot of really great films here. I just have to make sure that people know about it and know that they should come into town early Zombie Crawl weekend, ideally on Thursday. And so I'm requesting $5,000 for marketing funds, for online ads, print ads, potentially radio ads as well, printed posters, brochures, things like that. And the idea is that a lot of people will come and they'll stay in town Thursday and Friday, but also a lot of people from Bentonville, Rogers, Harrison will come in for the day on Thursday or come in for the day on Friday when they might not have done so otherwise.
Did you say 12 counties or countries?
Countries.
Wow. Okay.
Mostly in the U.S., but we've had some from France, Mexico, Spain, the U.K., Canada, a couple from Australia. But yeah.
Cool. Nice.
And that's in 4.5 weeks, and we have 5 months before the festival. So it would be October 24th, starting in the evening that Thursday, and going through Saturday at about 4 o'clock, and then we would take a break for people to go get ready for Zombie Crawl, so that if they want to be in the parade, they have time to line up, get their makeup done, whatever, go get dinner, and then we'll come back after the Zombie Crawl at 8 p.m. and have an award ceremony for the best feature, best short, best actor, actress, director, and then we'll show the best feature and short after that.
And have you already reserved the odd? Is it available those days?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, and I've had probably 15 or 20 people reach out to me about vendor spaces, so depending on how that looks, I would also like to reserve downstairs for. I've had a lot of authors reach out from the Horror Writers Association about setting up booths. I've had art vendors reach out about setting up booths down here, paranormal investigators, kind of a broad, Halloween-centric group.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I move we approve the $5,000 request from the Nightmare in the Ozarks Film Festival.
Second?
And a motion by Steve Holyfield to approve $5,000 for the Nightmare in the Ozarks Film Festival, seconded by David Avanzino. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Commissioner's comments.
Commissioner comments.
Always want to start with me.
Let's start with Bradley. He loves to go first.
I just want to say thank you for everybody who's working extremely hard. I appreciate the hard work and the focus on the city. At the end of the day, that's what we're here for, and of course, that's what I love to advocate, is promoting the city and just getting out there and just trying to do what we can to, increase the revenues, increase the publicity, increase, everything we do for it. And I want to especially appreciate Danielle and Caitlin and Mike and all those that work behind the scenes as well and help us out to do our jobs better. So I just want to say thank you.
Steve?
I'd add my thank you to Danielle and definitely to Scott. I mean, he makes our budget seem very understandable, and I appreciate that a lot because I'm not a budget person. So, spring's been great. Sure has been raining a lot. I'm getting tired of the rain, but hopefully it'll all clear up and people will be in town and hanging out and doing stuff.
Chris?
Kind of ditto to what you both said, and thanks for all the hard work y'all do. Looking forward to all these fun festivals coming up.
David?
Yeah, so first of all, kudos to the White Street Studio Walk. That was pretty phenomenal. And I was opening one of these magazines, the Eureka magazine, the new Eureka magazine today, and saw the lineup for the Blues Weekend, which is outstanding. Mm-hmm. There are so many things going on in town for Blues Weekend. It's incredible. So I'm really looking forward to that. And thanks to y'all, too.
The next meeting will definitely have some workshop to cover some items. I think Mike's going to talk to everyone about the odd rental, get that, because that's what is going to be the workshop. We really need to talk that through. I know Larry's pretty anxious, but we'll thank everyone that's volunteering their time to be on this commission, and it's much appreciated. Again, seat 4 is open, and we'd love for someone to step up and apply. And that's all I got.
Great. I move we adjourn.
Second.
Was that the second?
Of course.
Okay. I got a motion by Steve Holyfield to adjourn, second by Dave Avanzino. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.